Well, as the country gears up for the arrival of talk show host Ellen DeGeneres, our very own Tracy Grimshaw joined her on the set of her Emmy Award-winning show. Tracy joins us now. Welcome back to the Today Show. Tracy Grimshaw, everyone. Oh, come on. That's not a round of applause.
Well, that's all right. There's not that many people.
No, there aren't. Can we just take a wide shot? I don't know where everyone is. Are they all at the Oscars or something? There's no one in the studio. Anyway, this is more important. What was it like?
I have to say, I am more accustomed to a bigger audience than this, having just interviewed Ellen on her set. She has an audience of 300 people in the studio and another 100 people who are content to be in what she calls the riffraff room out the back, where they're next to the shop and they just watch on monitors. Wow. So, you know, you get a bigger round of applause when you walk onto the Ellen set. I'm
looking at the vision here. How does it all work? Take everyone inside, you know, the show and how she is.
This is the production, well, that was the production meeting that happens just before the show when the audience is being all revved up outside dancing. The show is recorded every day between 4 and 5. And even though it's recorded, apparently Ellen is sort of almost anal retentive about how it all runs, you know. It's absolutely bang on time, finishes bang on time, and it's heavily produced in that great American way.
So it's not a lot of ad-libbing as you would expect. It's sort of, it's planned ad-libbing.
I think there's a bit of planned ad-libbing, but I think she's a comedian. So she's quick, you know. There's not much that she can't pick up on and run away with. And
do you get the opportunity, I mean, you and I always like to talk to talent before we interview them. Do you get that opportunity to break the ice, as it were?
There was none of that. I did not see her before I walked onto the set. And I did the interview on her set with her audience, and literally seconds after she'd finished recording the show. So it was seconds. And then suddenly there was a voiceover saying, "Now, please welcome Tracy Grimshaw from A Current Affair in Australia." Big clap, and out I went and sat down, and she started talking to me, and I thought, hang on a second, I'm supposed to be talking to you, so I had to flick it straight away, and then away we went.
And is she able to get personal given that environment?
That was my biggest concern, Carl, because I figure when I was told that that's how they wanted to do the interview, I'm happy enough to do it that way, but what I wanted to show Australian viewers was a different side to Ellen. I mean, if you want to see Ellen playing to an audience and performing, you can watch that on her show every day. And I wanted to peel the layers off that, and I was concerned that with all of that rah-rah, she might not do it, but she did.
All right, in the interview, she gave a sneak peek into what she plans to do on her trip down under. Let's take a listen.
Are there places that Portia wants to show you? Special places where she grew up, for example?
Yeah, she's told me about one pub that she used to go to all the time, and so she wants me to go to this pub that she loved, and just a lot of I mean, we've been online looking at different restaurants we're going to go to, and a lot of different places. So
which pub?
I can't say right now. That pub is going to be pretty crowded.
That will be a very, very happy pub when you two turn up.
Yeah.
That'll be a big surprise.
I'll let you know after I'm at the pub. After I leave the pub.
Are you surprised at how honest she was given that situation?
I was. I mean, we started out talking about the trip, and then we started talking. I mean, Ellen's got quite a remarkable backstory, and she's been doing that show for 10 years. So I sort of thought there might be a lot of Australian viewers who won't necessarily know what she went through to get to that story. And she's had an interesting childhood. She certainly had an interesting professional life. She was on the skids professionally after she came out. She came out professionally in, let me see, 1997, and also on the set of a sitcom that she had, which was highly successful. A year later, it got canned. And at the time that it was canned, you know, people were saying the show became too gay. Elton John apparently said the show was too gay.
And that's saying something.
Chastity Bono said the show was too gay. You know, she felt like she was, exactly.
Well, on these personal struggles, let's take a little look at what she said about that.
And I was so mad. I was so mad that I lost, you know, my show. I lost, not just my show, but, like, nobody wanted to hire me. For 3 years, I didn't have any offers. No, I mean, literally, the phone did not ring for three years. And I had no money. I was out of money. I was just so... That tends to make people cranky. And, yeah, I know what it feels like to be up and high and, like, you know, I was in a top-rated sitcom and very successful, and people treated me very well, and then all of a sudden, just because of one revelation, I was the joke.
That hard for her. And as you say, not many would have been aware of those struggles.
No, that's right, and that was something I wanted to show in the interview, and I was really pleasantly amazed that she was willing to go so deep, really, into all of that.
And I know that, obviously she's coming out on the front cover of the Australian Women's Weekly. We have Ellen and Magda this month, and she's talking about whether or not she's going to be meeting with the Prime Minister, and there's lots to talk about, but we can't wait for the full interview. It's great to see you, Trace.
It's tonight. Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you. That's Tracy Grimshaw, everyone.